Tonight, the state prison in Airway Heights is experimenting with ways to keep lifelong criminals from reoffending.
KXY4's Jeff Humphrey takes us inside the West Plains Correction Center, where a lot of classes and counseling have even the toughest inmates seeing where they went wrong.
This new program specifically targets repeat offenders who have been in and out of prison several times. Just locking them up is not working, and so now counselors are trying to change the way that inmates deal with their problems.
Gang banging, the drugs and all the other stuff that I was doing, the negative stuff that I was doing out there in the street, was always first to my choices.
Apilo Tamao didn't know a word of English when he moved here from American Samoa. It embarrassed him as a child, and so instead of going to school, Tamao learned his social skills on the street.
So growing up in that environment, it was really tough for me because there was always violence, there was always drugs.
But now Tamao and 130 other inmates are enrolled in more than a dozen behavior-changing classes.
If we change how we think in a situation, then we'll have a different outcome, right?
Prisoners who grew up in gangs took what they wanted by force and completely missed the give-and-take techniques needed to function in our society. And so now these offenders are learning about self-respect, communication, and thinking out the consequences of their actions.
Teaching them actual living skills, social skills, problem-solving skills, so that they can then make the choice to behave and think differently.
Tamao has 5 more years in his 20-year sentence, but says the offender change lessons have already opened his eyes to his self-destructive behavior.
I'm glad that this program exists because it helped me to be a better person and to be a better man and know that I am worth it and I can make a change in my life.
In other states, the offender change program has seen a 30% reduction in recidivism. It is very labor intensive because of all the counseling involved, but could end up being a bargain for Washington taxpayers if it slows down the revolving door at our state prisons. Reporting at the Airway Heights Correction Center, Jeff Humphrey, KXLY4.